Mrs. Johnston, welcome back. We are working on knowledge and science. We are on Unit 11, Taking Care of the Earth, Lesson 7, Pollution. Who can recall? Earth is made up of three things. What are the three things? Did you say land, water, and air? When something harmful that does not belong on earth is brought into the land, water, or air, it is called pollution. For example, throwing trash out of the car on the ground or littering is a type of pollution. There are three basic types of pollution: land pollution, water pollution, and air pollution. You are going to hear about the three types of pollution in this read aloud. Think of what you already know about pollution and see if some of your ideas are shared in our read aloud today. Today, you will learn about different types of pollution. Listen carefully to the read aloud to find out more about today's topic, pollution. Hi, kids. Good old Earth here again. I want to start by showing you a little art. This picture was made by an artist who wanted to make a point about how important it is to take care of the earth. What do you think the artist is trying to get across to people? Do the three hands remind you of anything that I have told you about before? Did some of you respond and say that it is our responsibility to take care of Earth? That the hands represent the people who live on Earth? And how many noticed that the hands almost look like the recycle symbol that we've seen in earlier read alouds? Now, do you remember? That's the recycling symbol, reminding you to recycle trash instead of throwing it away. The artist has taken a different approach, using hands to show that, in a way, people hold Earth in their hands. In other words, it's your responsibility to take care of me. How are these two pictures alike? And how are they different? Many of you probably said they are alike because they both show a picture of a beach or a lake. But did you see the difference? That one is nice and clean, and the other one is full of trash and is dirty. What do you notice about these two pictures? They were both taken at the beach, full of sun and sand and surf. But which beach would you rather visit if you had to choose? The trash you see in this picture is called litter. The author's talking about this picture. Litter is trash that was not put in the right place. It was left on the ground or in the water instead of a trash can or a recycling bin. What about this picture? It looks like it was taken in a park. There is nice green grass, and there are woods in the background. Does this look like a fun place to play? Not with all that litter there. Litter is more than just ugly. It can also be harmful to animals, plants, and anything else that needs to live on land or in the water. Certain types of litter, like empty paint or oil cans, can leave toxic or poisonous chemicals in the ground, water, and air. And what's more, area with lots of litter tend to attract rats and other undesirable pests that like to eat trash. Many of these animals will get sick from eating the litter. There is a word for things that make parts of the earth dirty and hazardous. This word is pollution. Litter is a type of pollution. In this picture, you can see litter that has collected in a river. Now, this litter has become water pollution. Litter is ugly and it can hurt the plants and fish and other creatures that live in and around the water. It can also make the water bad for people to drink. I hate to see all this trash in the water, but even worse is the fact that I see lots of plastic and glass bottles. They can be recycled, but first, someone has to go out in a boat and collect all this litter. It would be better if it hadn't been tossed there in the first place. Can you see the city in this picture very well? No. I showed you some land and water pollution, which is called litter. This picture shows the effects of another kind of pollution. Can you guess what this type of pollution is called? It's air pollution. This picture was taken during the daytime in a big American city. This city is covered in smog, heavy air pollution. This sometimes gets so bad that it hovers or hangs around like a blanket over the entire city. Much of the smog you see here is caused by the exhaust from cars. Exhaust is the waste that comes from the back of a car and goes into the air. Two of the biggest causes of air pollution are cars and factories. Look at all that smoke in the air. What do you think will happen to all that pollution? Some of it will settle for a while in the skies around the factory to form smog, but most of it will be picked up by the wind and carried to the skies over other places. Some of it will also be carried way up into the atmosphere, the air high above the earth, up to where the airplanes fly. It can cause problems up there too. I'll tell you more about air pollution another day, but I just wanted to show you how yucky it can be. Now, I've shown you some ugly, littered places and taught you a new word, pollution. Every day, people do things that create pollution. So, what can you or anyone else do about it? I wouldn't have told you about the problem of pollution if I didn't think there was a solution or a way to fix it. A solution is something that fixes a problem. We need solutions for pollution. Fortunately, there are lots of people in this world who know about pollution and are finding ways to reduce it as much as possible. Every day, scientists and businesses are working to make cleaner cars and factories. And every day, people all over the world, including kids like you, are doing what they can to pitch in and help reduce pollution. Pitch in means to join in and help out doing something. You are going to learn more ways to help, but I'd be willing to bet that you already have some ideas of your own. What three types of pollution did you hear about today? Land, water, and air pollution. Which creatures on the planet cause most of the pollution? People cause most of the pollution. The author said that littering is not a good thing. What reasons did the author give? Littering is bad thing because it can be harmful to animals and plants. Some litter is toxic. What can happen if animals or people drink polluted water? If animals or people drink polluted water, then they become sick too. What kinds of problems do you think smog can cause? Smog can make birds sick, or it can make people who breathe the air sick. Mrs. Johnston hopes you learned more in today's read aloud called Pollution and how you can help eliminate or control less pollution.